City won the treble, but will Bernardo Silva be around next season? Welcome back to another video, you beautiful, wonderful people. How are you all doing today? Please do hit the like button on this video. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. My name is Stephen, and of course, this is today's daily dose of transfer gossip. You all well? Are you lovely? Are you wonderful? We will be chatting Bernardo Silva, we'll be chatting Gvardiol, we'll be chatting Carlos Borges, Shane Charles, all the rumours, American Laporte, and everything else flying around the world of Manchester City Football Club, because it never ends, does it? It never ends. It is relentless. Bernardo Silva, particularly today, is in the spotlight because there are massive dark clouds hanging over his future. We have no idea where he's going to be at the start of the season. I'm going to put a poll right now in the live chat, and I want to know what you guys think. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to put, where will Bernardo be at the start of the season? City or elsewhere? I want to know what you guys think, so please do vote on the poll, and I'll get back to that in a little bit of time. So, today's topic, of course, is Bernardo Silva, as we just talked about, and all the rumours going around that suggest that he could be about to be bid on, basically. I'll jump over to the reports going around, particularly the reports from James Benge, who I don't know much about him personally, but he's a soccer correspondent, football, you idiot, for CBS. And according, he's got a lot of followers, 158,000. And according to him, Al-Hilal, owned in Saudi Arabia, are prepared to offer wages of €50 million a year to Bernardo Silva, which sources close to the play insist that he's yet to decide from four options, which is moving to Al-Hilal, PSG, Barca, or extending with Man City, and the bid could be around €70 million. If you're going to bid €50 million for wages, it could be, you could get an awful lot more than €70 million. I'm sorry, if you can afford that much wages, you can double that bid. You can double that bid. That's the way I feel about it. And of course, as well, there's a little bit of rumours going around today. I saw aggregators talking about, Bernardo Silva, and it's via Marca, who obviously a Spanish paper, saying that PSG are preparing a £68 million offer to sign Bernardo Silva as well. So there's all these rumours going around about Bernardo Silva's future. And the idea of PSG is apparently because they're going to potentially be losing Mbappe. We all know the Mbappe story. It's a little bit toxic over there, and the suggestions that he could be moving on. And the way to placate the fans would be to spend big money on some other players, and with Bernardo Silva being one of them, I mean, he would be a good superstar signing. Of course, he's not Mbappe in terms of, what Mbappe would bring, but he'd be kind of signing that your fan base would be happy about. You bought Bernardo Silva, and I reckon he'd actually play as an attacker there as well and do really well over in the league. He would do well over there, unfortunately. And of course, Saudi Arabia, he would be a superstar on, and probably, I would say he'd probably be the highest profile current player to join there. I know Benzema is, and Modric and whatever, but I'm sorry, Benzema, but I'm on about guy at peak form. Would anyone agree with that? Like, Kante and Benzema are on the way down in their career. If Bernardo Silva went over there, he would be, he'd be easily the biggest signing of the Saudi regime, I would think. Because he's Champions League Team of the Year territory. He's at a good age, and he plays for the best team in Europe. And he's nowhere near retirement, He's literally one of the best midfielders in world football, and he's in his 20s still. So, to me, that would be easily the biggest signing for the Saudi regime. So, if they go for him, it'd be a superstar signing. The only thing is, my gut instinct is that he's not really interested in a move to Saudi Arabia in general. But the money could tempt him. I don't think he's the kind of guy who wants to play over in Saudi Arabia. It's just a vibe I get, Everything about the way he is as a person and his interests. He just doesn't seem like the kind of guy who wants to. I think he wants to live close to home. Somewhere like Paris or somewhere like, Portugal or Spain. I don't see him wanting to live out there. I think he wants to be close to Portugal. But at the same time, the money is insane, and he could justify it potentially for a couple of years, earn €100 million, which is life-changing. That's like 80 million quid, and then go wherever you want after that, back to Benfica or something like that, I don't know, or Monaco again or something. I don't know, but I am very torn on this. I actually get what the Mad Hatter's saying right now in the comments but Mad Hatter says, I just want this saga over, so I hope Bernardo leaves. Look, I want this saga over, but I hope Bernardo stays. There's two ways to look about that, The only thing I would say is that time and time again, Bernardo's been very honest about potentially wanting to leave Manchester City Football Club. But while he's been here, he's been nothing but brilliant, you know. So there's no doubts that his attitude is perfect, you know. His focus and his desire to be brilliant is relentless, you know. Like, he will always be an integral part of this Manchester City team if he's here. Like, he's just too good at football. He's too good at what he does, and he's too hard-working to not be a professional and be a vital cog. I mean, I think it was pretty obvious, actually, that he was relatively happy at the start of last season. Yes, he was excellent, and City went on to win a treble, and he was instrumental in the Champions League semi-final, scoring a brace against Madrid. So I'm not worried about him being excellent if he's still here. But I think we all know right now, I mean, who knows? He might have got to the point where he's like, I might just let my contract run out. I do agree that this whole thing, it can't be great, but I think it's different with Bernardo. Like, he's not toxic. Like, in general, if a player's toxic, I say let him go. But Bernardo isn't toxic. You know, so I'm not sure if he necessarily wants the beach life, Jake, in the chat. I think he more just wants the glamorous playboy millionaire life, in a nice way, you know. Like, Manchester isn't that. I love Manchester, don't get me wrong, I'm from there, you know, it's my hometown, but it's not like millionaire playboy Instagram lifestyle, and I think him and his missus want somewhere a little bit glamorous. Same time, Paris, you know, it's not the beach life. Admittedly, if he wants that, he's not going to get it there, but I don't think he wants that, because I think he would move to Barcelona, you know, and that's not exactly that kind of life either, really. And I think he just wants hot, wet, warmer weather and more of a cosmopolitan, like, glamorous city, I think. I don't know what he wants. Get the riot life in Paris right now, yeah, he would do. But obviously Paris is a global, a wonderful city. And it's not obviously in the best shape right second, but, you know, that'll be temporary, of course, and that will change. And but I am sort of torn on it. Like, he's such an astonishingly good footballer. We'll see how it happens. We'll see how it goes. I do think there is mileage in this story. I do think the Saudi bid will come in. I think it'll be big. I think it'll be bold. And I think it'll give Bernardo an awful lot to think about. I mean, he is irreplaceable in terms of what he brings. There's no one like Bernardo Silva. I mean, people talk about maybe Valverde being available from Madrid potentially to fund Mbappe for them. I would take either of them. They're both fantastic players. Valverde in particular comes close to that dynamism. He's not Bernardo still, but he comes close to it, and he'll be excellent. We'll have to see. The reports saying that Pep's sort of trying to block this transfer, which is very un-Man City. But at the same time, he's Bernardo Silva, so I get it. Scott saying, I love Bernardo, would love to see him stay. If he doesn't, I trust the leadership to bring in a good replacement. I don't expect him to be the same, like you said. No, he'd be something different. Maybe someone like a Kimmich, as I'm harbinger. I don't know if he'd be a Kimmich, but I would love him there as well. Bernardo's just unique. He's just unique. He's that mixture of technique that he's got, allied with immense ability. It's just rare. It's absolutely rare. He's a unicorn, as they say, a one-off, like a special footballer. So I don't think we'll see anyone like him in world football for a while, actually. Like he's Kante mixed with David Silva. People like him just don't exist, He's a really strange footballer, so we'll have to get something different. And I'm sure we'll be able to manage if we don't get it, but it'll be different, Of course, there's loads of stories going around today. It's just not that, I'll go through the aggregators right now. According to Jack Gordon, this is a little bit of breaking news. Taylor Harwood-Bellis is valued at around 15 million quid. Of interest with Fulham and West Ham. He'd be an excellent signing for either of those sides. Maybe alongside Tosin Adebayo, Fulham would be interesting. But Taylor is a fantastic footballer who I'd love to see maybe get a chance to see, but it ain't going to happen given the quality. We haven't exactly got a paucity of quality of centre backs, have we? It's not going to happen for him. So that would be great with a buyback, but I want to see him in the Premier League, and I'd be buzzing for him, because there's a lot of talk, by the way. There's a lot of talk in general about we should give these players a go. Yeah. But this idea that if City don't play them, they've failed, and the academy players won't be tempted to come to City again. It's just not true. Like, the end goal when you join a football academy is to be a top-level footballer. It's to play for Man City, but it's also to have a career in football. Like, Taylor Harwood-Bellis, if someone told him as an 8-year-old, if you join Man City's academy, you'll be playing for West Ham or Fulham. He would take that in a heartbeat. Like, the way it is, if you aim for the very top, like City are the A+, A-star level clubs. But if you sort of fall just a bit short at Man City, you're probably going to be a B+. And that's still a Fulham. You know what I mean? It's still a Premier League club. Like, the difference is if you join an academy, I don't know, of Ipswich, with all due respect to them, if you fall a little bit short, you might be dropping down to League 2 or the Conference, and you might even be dropping lower, so it's harder. The point is, basically, even the ones that aren't quite Man City level are still Premier League level, and England under 21 captains winning the Euros. So, like, it's a massive success in Manchester City's academy if they get Taylor Harwood-Bellis, a £15 million move to a Premier League club. Of course it is. It's a successful thing for the academy and for the player. It's elite level education. You know, not everyone at Oxford or Cambridge goes on to be a millionaire, but a lot of them make very good jobs. You know, and that's the point. You know, like it's as good as education as it comes. Like hopefully this little guy will get one day. You know, Nicola's bringing up little baby Ruben. Are you put in? He's just woke up from a nap. Of course he is. Come on, he can. Is he wearing red? Oh, he's wearing red. I put him in that, to be fair, didn't I?
I did.
Oh, did you? No, I put him in the blue one this morning,
Yeah,
didn't I? Here's the little man. He's just woke up from a nap. What do you make of this potential transfer rumour, Ruben? He's not even on the stream. Let him get him up there. He's just literally woke up and he's come to Daddy talking a load of nonsense. Big Rube. But this. Put it this way: if this guy joined Manchester City's academy and didn't play for the first team, yeah, of course it'd be good. But if he got a job playing for Blackburn Rovers, I'd be buzzing because guess what? He'd be a professional footballer and probably a millionaire at the same time. So everyone's happy. So it's not all about reaching the top level, is it? Little guy, get your dummy out. There we go. I've removed his dummy. It's sometimes just about, you know, giving them a perfect education. Like, what are you saying to mommy? What did he shout then? He's literally just woke up. Bless him. You're wearing red, you know, red and what's the stripy boys? There we go. Oh, yeah. But that's the way I see it, you know, and like there's other such stories. I'll jump over to the other ones because there's loads of like transfer stuff going around right now. I can't show that because the channel taken down. Shea Charles, of course, and Bournemouth. Did you just burp? Cheers, mate. He's not a fan of this, Rubes. Burped again. Carlos Borges has been linked to Bournemouth and Dortmund. What do you think about that? You're not a fan of that? No. Do you think he should stay? According to the reports, Bournemouth ready to join the chase for City's Carlos Borges, exploring a loan move, a permanent deal. The Cherries have getting scouts to watch the Portuguese under-19 international at the ongoing under-19 Euros. You're not happy about this one, are you? Told me. Carlos Borges, like another one once again. Like if you make 15-20 million from him, it's good money, man. It's good money, and like buyback clause, you know, he'll probably be a superstar, but it is what it is. Like we can't, you can't win them all. You know, you can't have every player break through. And I actually think he should get a chance, Carlos Borges, because I think he's a little bit different. But I think the fact that he's a little bit different is one of the reasons why maybe he's not had a chance yet. You know, do you agree, mate? Can't pull that cable out. That's my mic. I want to see him get a chance, but I don't think he's a massive Pep winger, so to speak. And we're playing this kind of controlled style. But I hope we see him in pre-season, you know. I hope he's around in pre-season. He plays some of these friendlies over in Asia. And Jude, little man, what are you doing? What are you doing? I tell you, he's just woke up, and the amount of screens in front of him is ridiculous. There is lights and screens everywhere. But the way I see it is like we've got to just be patient with that. And then another, of course, it's not just Carlos Borges, there's Shea Charles as well. Probably going to make a record amount from academy graduate sales. Look at that outfit for Haaland. What's he doing, mate? Look at that.
He looks sick.
He looks sick, to be fair, doesn't he? It's very Austin Powers. Love it.
The only like terrible thing is the shoes.
Nicola's not a fan of the shoes. I like the glasses. Shea Charles, apparently another one as well. A medical today, apparently ahead of a £15 million move. You guys back to mummy? There you go. There you go, little man. To Southampton. That would be a... What are you doing? He's definitely not distracting at all. Shea Charles undergoes medical. Another one once again for £15 million, and James Trafford as well. And look, there's like £60 million in plays that we just talked about. Careful, he's having it there. Oh, I've just banged my finger turning around. I just trapped my finger between my chair and my table because I was spinning around to see if my baby was okay. No, it's okay. I won't do that. I'm going to ignore Ruben from now on. Oh, that really hurt. But Shay Charles, another one where just get that money in, give these players a good career, and focus on hopefully getting Gvardiol in. There's been some Gvardiol news a little bit as well. Where's it gone from this morning? Was it last night where I saw someone say it was via some. It was via someone. Let me just jump over to another tab to find it quickly. It was basically there was some stuff going around about potentially Gvardiol via what's it called? There we go. That Gvardiol would join City for more than 100 million. This is from LVZ, who apparently are, I don't know who they are, but they're a local paper in Leipzig. So they're a local, it's like the Manchester Evening News, I guess, but they've obviously got good connections apparently, so they're relatively reliable. I think it's going to happen. I do think he'll be joining Manchester City Football Club, and I'm pretty relaxed about it. You know, like, I think Gvardiol will come in, and I think he will be excellent, and I think it'll be an astonishingly good signing. There's no Cancelo news, DJ, at the moment. Like, it's all kicking off. I think there's going to be a lot of sales. I sort of wish we'd start spending this money a little bit, just because I want to see it spent, you know. But we're going to get an awful lot. And this every year it feels like the academy's bringing in £100 million at the moment. It's probably not quite that, but it's an awful lot. It's paying for a Gvardiol every year if we want to. And I don't see why it won't change, because we'll probably do the same next year with some other players. Maybe some will get a chance, but if they don't go this year, maybe Tommy Doyle will go for 20 million quid, or McAtee. Hopefully he stays, man. I don't want to see more go, but I can't deny it's good for the coffers, and it's good for spreading City's net around, you know, the buyback clauses and all that kind of stuff. We've just got to make sure we get it right. But the poll, the Bernardo Silva poll, is 49% City, 51% elsewhere. It's very split there. We will see. We will see, indeed, where it's going to end up. Guys, thanks for watching this video. Let me know down in the comments where you think all these players will end up. And I'll be back tomorrow for another stream. Bye-bye. And watch the Kovacic video I did on Saturday about... it's Kovacic... Ow. Thanks, Rubes. Kovacic video about... He's just going to sit on my head as he comes. He's just causing me pain. This baby is just pain and tiredness. What are you doing, mate? All right, you're going Dad's head. You're going Daddy's head. Ow. Oh, to you too. Jesus Christ. Right, anyway, love you all loads in a bit. Bye-bye. I'm getting attacked by the sun. Bye. He's pulling my hair in a bit. Bye-bye.